Whew. I'm not going to lie to you. I got a little terrified there in the ninth inning. I got a little too close at the end there. But a win is a win. Throw up the W's, ladies and gentlemen. Tigers win to start this weekend series in Minnesota over the Twinkies. Let's go, baby. I love that celebration, by the way. Let me nerd out for a second to start this video. I love that. Spider-Man is my all-time favorite, and Toby's my GOAT. Don't get me wrong. I do love Andrew and Tom. Andrew, I was a fan before No Way Home. Let me set that straight very quickly as well. I loved Andrew from his movies, not just No Way Home, but that's neither here or there. I also do love Miles from Into the Spider-Verse, but Toby, I grew up with him. That's my all-time favorite. That's my GOAT. Love Spider-Man. I love that celebration. Bonesaw, baby. Tigers win to start this series. Let's talk about it. But first of all, I do have some housekeeping that I need to take care of. Thank you so much, Roast Summer, for sponsoring this video. They've got hot coffee, cold brews, chocolate, all kinds of great drinks and treats for you to try and enjoy. Visit their website, roastsummer.com. Link in the description below. And if you see something and you want to make an order, you can always save some money on that order by using my code TonyD. Thank you so much, Roast Summer, for sponsoring this one. Also, if you can all do me a favor, please leave a like on this video, comment your thoughts on this Tigers win down below, and hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And then lastly, a quick little Pistons note. It is now official. The Pistons will be playing the Knicks in their first round playoff matchup. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to finally once again watch Detroit playoff basketball and against the Knicks too in a big time matchup against a market like New York against a team like the Knicks. I am so excited for that. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. And just a friendly reminder, my Pistons post-game videos will be back for the playoffs this season. I'm so excited. And also for my Los Angeles subscribers, first of all, what's up? How you doing today? I am also going to be doing Lakers post-game reactions for you as well. I'm going to be very busy during the NBA playoffs, and like I said, I'm very excited about that. All right, that takes care of the housekeeping. Let's now talk about this Tigers victory. Let's begin with Reese Olson. He was obviously our starter for the Tigers tonight, and it was a rough start for Reese. There's no denying that. Listen, I'm not at all concerned or anything like that. It's just one bad start. You know, it happens even for a talented pitcher like Reese. He'll be fine. I have no doubt about that. But yeah, it was a tough start. It was a grind tonight. You know, a lot of long innings, a lot of guys getting on base from Minnesota, but I will say, through the first 4 innings tonight, he only gave up that 1 run. You know, in the second inning, that leadoff walk to Byron Buxton came back to bite him in the butt. But other than that, like I said, that was the only run that Reese gave up in the first 4 innings tonight. He fought out jams in the second and 4th innings. I'll give Reese credit for that. Could have been worse, but it wasn't. Like I said, just that 1 run through the first 4 innings tonight. But then the 5th inning, that's where it kind of started to unravel for Reese and the Tigers, honestly, at that point in the game. Reese gave up the 1 run to give Minnesota the lead back. He put 2 more guys on base, was pulled, and then those 2 runners eventually scored, and they were charged to Reese's final line, and that's why his final line really got, you know, inflamed after that. Like I said, it was a grind, just one bad start. It happens, even for a talented starter like Reese. He will bounce back. He will be fine. I have no doubts about it. But, hey, credit to the Tigers offense for having their starters back tonight. It took the Bats a little while to get going for sure, but once they did get going, man, they were unstoppable tonight, weren't they, ladies and gentlemen? It all got started in the 5th inning. Welcome back, Gleyber Torres. He gets a hit. Dylan Digger scores on a throwing error for Minnesota. It's tied at 1. And then after that 3-run 5th inning for Minnesota to give them the 4-1 lead, how about the Tigers responding with a 4-run 6th inning to give us the lead in this ball game? The Gritty Tigers, man, the Gritty Tigers, they were showing some fight in this one. Love to see it. That 6th inning, it all got started with a Zach McKinstry 2-run hit. He stays red hot. That makes it a 1-run game. And then Dylan Dingler, my Tigers position player of the game tonight, his 3rd hit of the ball game, that ties it up. Finally, Trey, Mr. Beats Out double play, sweetie. He's already done that a lot so far this season, and he did it again in that 6th inning. He beats out a double play, a run scores, Tigers have the lead. Great job from the Tigers, specifically in those 5th and 6th innings, to really show some fight in this one. Down 1-0, we fight back to tie it. Down 4-1, we fight back to tie it and then take the lead. Again, great job from the Tigers, specifically in those innings, to show some fight, show that grittiness, the gritty Tigers, showing some fight there to come back, tie this game twice, and take the lead. 7th inning, we score another run thanks to Colt Keith, my boy Colt. Let's go. A much better day for him at the plate tonight. He gets an RBI hit to give the Tigers a 2-run lead at the time. And then after Minnesota scores in the bottom of the 7th inning to once again make it a 1-run game, top of the 8th inning, the Tigers respond right away. El Mago staying on fire. Another hit for him. It was an RBI double that once again gives the Tigers the 2-run lead in this game. 7 runs on 10 hits for the Tigers tonight, and that was in a game where we were shut out throughout the first 4 innings. Great job from the Tigers offense once again tonight. I mentioned Dylan Dingler, my Tigers position player of the game in this one, with not 1, not 2, but 3 hits. Ding has been great to start this season, and that's exactly what he was once again tonight. 3 hits, RBI, and a run scored, but it wasn't just him that obviously contributed to this one. As I mentioned, much better day at the plate for my boy Colt. Let's go. 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. Great job, Colt. Zach McKinstry hit, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Trey, double RBI and a run scored. Javi Almago staying on fire, double and an RBI. Glaber, welcome back. 2 hits and a walk. Reached base 3 times in this one. Torque and Riley both with runs and walks in this win. And then lastly, Carey with a run scored 2. Great job once again from this hot Tigers offense. And now we'll quickly talk about the bullpen to close things out here. So after Reese Olson, maybe not the best night from the bullpen. Again, very similar to Reese. They'll bounce back. They'll be fine. They've been great so far this season. But, yeah, maybe not the best night from the bullpen, all things considered. Brendan Hannafy, I mentioned, he gave up the 2 runs that were charged to Reese's final line. Bo Brisky gave up a run in this game, too. Will Vest was the only pitcher that technically didn't give up a run out of the bullpen, so I'll give him my pitcher of the game for the Tigers. I mean, he was great, as he always is. Scoreless inning in the 3rd with 2 strikeouts. Then lastly, Tommy Kahnle, as I mentioned to start this one, made it a little scary there in the 9th inning, giving up a run to make it a 1-run game, but he was able to hang on, get the save, and the Tigers got the victory. Let me say it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, the bullpen will bounce back, Reese will bounce back, we'll be just fine. Great job from the Tigers offense to, in a way, kind of carry us to the victory tonight. At the end of the day, a win is a win. Great job, Tigers. Awesome way to start this weekend series in Minnesota. Let's keep it going on Saturday. Let's look to make it 2 straight with Jackson Jobe on the mound. Let's do it. That's all I got for you this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. As I mentioned earlier in the video, leave a like on this one. Comment your thoughts on this Tigers win down below. And hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Let's check the Dodgers score really quickly for my Dodgers subscribers. All right, bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers are up 3-0. Go Dodgers, go Tigers. We'll see you following the Tigers' 2nd game of the series in Minnesota on Saturday. Until then, as always, go Tigers, baby.